the Fox 43 kitchen this morning. We got the Olivia's crew here. We got Chef Yanni, we got Adrienne, and we got delicious food coming your way. Chef, what is on the menu today?
Can they see us?
We just got to swim through.
There's a lot of smoke going on. All right, so let's talk about what's in front of us, all right? And this little guy right there, that is a cranberry chutney recipe that you need to write down in preparation for Thanksgiving, okay? Take a picture with your phone on the computer for the recipe, hit the print button, whatever, but I promise you it is a real good one. So let's talk about what's in there. My base liquid-wise, I got apple juice and cranberry juice. After that, I got fresh cranberries in there. Another secret ingredient to this recipe is some dried hibiscus flower. Check me out right there, camera one. Dried hibiscus flower. You don't need a lot. I got a generous pinch in there. You're gonna wanna sift them out, equivalent to when you put a whole stick of thyme in something. You pull it out at the end, but the flavor that they give off, they just keep exploding and adding flavor. After that, I've got an orange in there. Check me out what I did. Can you see my orange? I'm gonna use a pair of tongs for that. On the orange, I put my whole cloves. I just stab my orange, I squeeze it right in there. I want the flavor from the cloves, I want the flavor from the orange. Put them together. I got a cinnamon stick in there. And am I missing anything, girls?
I don't know, but I remember when you made this before, I said I would like to be buried in it. And so, yeah, it's delicious. Yes. I know what's coming in.
Yes.
It is good.
It's a good one. All right, so my protein for today is going to be lamb chops. I got them charring up. The most important thing to remember with lamb chops, that backside, it's got fat on it. That's going to go back on that char grill. I want to get all that fat off because all that fat, baby, you know what it is? It's flavor. It's money. It's what keeps the people coming, okay? You got to know what you're doing when it comes to every single meat, and lamb chops in particular, you got to render the fat off that backside, okay? Let's talk about what's going on right here. This is going to be my autumn risotto, which I'm really, really excited about. Start things off, I got shallots, garlic, and garlic butter in there. I put sweet potato in there. I put the Pennsylvania Dutch crooked neck squash, back by popular demand. Okay, I got that in there. I let my sweet potato and my squash cook a little bit first because they're a little bit harder. So I wanted to get them a nice browning before I put my apple, because I'm using Red Delicious. They're gonna cook really fast. They're gonna get soft real quick. So I don't wanna put them quite at the end. I'm really using them mostly for flavor, but just keep these things in mind, If you got something that's soft, don't put it right away in with the hard stuff, all right? So I've got a little bit more apple I'm gonna get in here. Let me just finish up this last side. Then we're gonna talk about what's next, okay? So that's done, one last cut. All right, and we are now in our pot here, okay? When you're making risotto, I highly recommend the arborio rice, okay? That's right here. It cooks beautifully when making risotto. Now, don't make this mistake of putting in your risotto and adding your chicken stock right away. I'm gonna put my rice in now. I'm gonna let it get some cooking from that pot and all the flavors that are in there. Then, about a ladle at a time, could I get a ladle? A ladle at a time, I'm going to be adding my chicken stock over here. I tell you this all the time because it's seriously important. You need to listen. Never throw away your scraps. In here, I got shallot skin, I got garlic skin, I got a couple cloves of garlic. That is my chicken stock. As my risotto is cooking over here, I'm going to, as soon as I see some browning in my pot, which I am just about there, I'm going to be adding one ladle at a time of my chicken stock. You don't, first of all, make sure if you're using chicken stock, it is warmed up. Notice how I got mine on the stove right with everything I'm doing. If you were going to use a cold stock, the problem now lies in the pot has to heat up the water, and your rice is going to have to overcook now because you're wasting all that time getting it hot. Have your chicken stock warm, and we're going to add it one ladle at a time. You'll notice at first there's going to be a lot of water, but as it cooks down, we're going to keep adding chicken stock. You'll taste your risotto. As soon as it's al dente, done, turn it off, and that should be ready coming up.
Speaking of done, turn it off, we are done for this kitchen segment. We got a lot more coming your way, including a drink that, let's just say it's fit for Hollywood. That's coming your way next in the Fox 43 kitchen. We'll see you in a bit.